Hey guys, welcome back to GNAG.
Hello, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty.
And that's why we weren't here last week, because nobody's going to answer that call.
Yep, spam likely. Nah, we just out here having a great time.
Yeah, fortunately for us, I had wanted to start my movie review series. So that if you follow the channel, which if you're watching this, I assume you do, you saw that last week I just started that. I have another one of those coming out. It's Monday that we're recording. So yeah, it'll be out on Monday. It will already have been out by the time you're
Do you
seeing
wanna
this.
do you wanna give a teaser what you're gonna cover that week?
Sure.
Give a hint.
Wait,
Give a
what?
hint. Give a hint. Give a hint. What are you gonna be covering? What movie?
It involves a certain actor whose name sounds like Ham Tolland.
Okay, great. Love that for you. I'm back, guys. Sorry I missed a couple weeks. Hope you've been enjoying watching the movie reviews and the crossover episodes. I was literally raging internally trying to listen to you guys talk about Star Wars. You guys, if you listen to our earlier audio only podcast, you already know how I feel about The Last Jedi. It goes a lot deeper than that, but it's fine. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
So, are you Team Tommy or Team Billy? Because that was one of the things we had discussed.
Tommy. I think Tommy.
Billy. Me and Amaya were Billy.
Okay.
You and Micah were Tommy.
I like Tommy. Tommy's cool.
So,
it's like, I don't know if you guys were saying this or if I just thought about it, like the Zach and Cody vibes.
no, that's exactly how they referenced
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is true. I mean, to be fair, when you think of twins for our generation, Zach and Cody is one of the first things that comes to mind.
Just because I'm like a little bit late on everything that's happened over the couple weeks, like I just want to say, like, trolling the entire WandaVision audience for a boner joke, just like
I'm not gonna lie, I laughed.
That's creative writing, just spot on.
You know, the director came out and said, you know what inspired that?
Just theory crafters.
The Mandarin twist of Iron Man 3. He said that was genius, and that's what inspired this. And he was dead serious.
I love it. So
and I was like,
everyone's like, that rock is Mephisto.
I was like, I like the twist, but don't make it. Don't say that that's what inspired it. It's gonna, like, if the boner thing didn't piss people off, the fact that you just said that will.
I think that was the point. Just like mess with them, because clearly
that's exactly the point. But still.
Well, and it worked so spectacularly. Like, everyone did all their theory crafting, and that rock is Mephisto, that rabbit's Mephisto, and like nothing
Mephisto was never even part of the series.
It's just a boner joke.
Just a boner joke.
Love it for them.
I got this new chair, and I like it a lot, but it's just like I haven't broken it in yet, so it's still somewhat like I keep moving around in it. If you'll see that in previous episodes, I'll constantly be shifting how I sit because.
Wait, let me see it. What chair is it?
It's just like a chair I got at Walmart, but it's like
nope, nope. Why are you trying to copy me or something?
Why aren't you using that chair?
Because it's weird, because like even if I have it locked, it'll just force me so far forward. I'm like, hello.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't lean back enough. You and I were gaming the other night, and Camden's like, I was complaining about the chair. Well, it's because this chair doesn't lean back. Like, I mean, it does, but it doesn't stay that way. My old chair, which it's over here now, it's the one I switched to that one mid-game. It's my old chair. Now, the reason I had to get this one is because that one is a different kind, and it doesn't raise up anymore. It's like goes to the floor. So basically, if I was to go with it, I would be down here.
Make you look shorter than you already are.
Exactly. So this one's like all the way raised, and I'm more in frame, and I don't have to, like, I can actually like be at my desk.
It's a decent chair. I mean, I looked at a ton of gaming chairs and I couldn't afford them, so I was just like,
exactly.
Walmart office chair.
Exactly. Again, I just haven't broken it in yet. I might get like a pillow or something to sit on eventually, but it's not bad. It's just, it's not for gaming though. No. Not for long-term gaming.
No. definitely not.
I can do it for the podcast though. So speaking of Halo, that leads us into our first topic of the day. We actually have two main
Bro,
topics.
we kind of been crushing kids on Halo recently.
We've been playing it a lot since because you quit your job, I quit my job.
Mhm.
I don't think I had actually said that on the podcast yet. Yeah, I quit my job.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Surprise podcast.
That job was giving me panic attacks. And that's what and I basically been using Halo as a coping mechanism. I've been playing it and okay, so funny story. Well, I say funny story. It's really a tragic story, but last year, no,
The entire
not
thing is
last year.
tragic. What?
Like back in I think it was March or April. I think it was March. My dog passed away. We had her for 12 years. Love this dog. And I remember I got on Halo that night with Kaden and Camden, and I'm just playing, but I wasn't talking a lot. I was still internally upset. I really that was like I didn't want to like I kind of wanted to avoid it. I wanted to grieve in my own way, but I started playing Halo, and I think Kaden can speak from this. I played Halo that night better than I ever had previously.
It's really frustrating because like I support all the competitive mentalities, but like why are you depressed?
Kaden is the best Halo player I know, and I was outperforming him that night, which never happens.
No.
Yes, I was.
All right. Hold on a second now.
I definitely did. But
I'm on board with most of this, but you're
well, no. Just wait. Well, I basically found out that when I'm like grieving or depressed or something like that, just really upset, I play like not angry because I play awful when I'm angry. But if I'm just genuinely sad, for some reason, I play fantastic. Cannot explain it.
I can confirm it's very concerning, and I'm constantly worried about his mental health. But he plays really good Halo.
It's like
I don't know why.
No, Camden was like, Dakota, stop playing Halo, and then Caden's over here like. He's like, you really should, but you're doing so well.
Yes. It's like that SpongeBob episode. Like, am I really gonna defile my own mental health for a champion rank?
Of course I am. Well, because of like all the stress that work was giving me, I was playing last week, and same thing happened. I was just like. I was playing with Caden and our buddy Jupe. Cam wasn't on, and
Shout
I was
out
just
to my boy.
Yeah, it was like 2 nights we played, and again, same thing. And you say I didn't outperform you. I have a screenshot of where I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
there was one game,
you want to cherry pick games, then yeah, I'm sure.
There was one game in particular. I just like I think this is the one that I called it. Yeah, the scores were from the bottom up.
I better be positive.
Oh no, Cam was in this round. But
if you're about to do a scoreboard on the podcast right now, I better have gone positive.
You were at the bottom of the leaderboard with five kills, 11 assists, and 7 deaths.
Okay, well that's not too bad.
And then then there was a teammate who went 12, 11, and 14. Then there was Cam who went 14, 7, and 12. And then me, I went 19, 4, and 6.
What game was this? I had to have been memeing. If were they bad? Were there kids that?
The score was 50-40.
Spare my ego. Somewhere I was just like jumping off the map or something.
No suicides.
Was I bagging? Was I bagging kids?
I don't know, but we were playing against a champ that we've played against before. It was like a Diamond 2, a Diamond 3, an unranked, and the champ something or another. And I was a Diamond 2 at the time, and our teammate was a Diamond 5. And then you and Cam were both Onyxes.
It might be, for those that don't know, I do this thing where I teabag people in really bad situations just because it's funny and it makes them mad. But I usually die when I do that.
And that may have been. All I know is that like that was
I'm not sure, but I would guess if I didn't.
I just remembered like I was really upset and I just said, okay, I'm gonna call it there. I have work in the morning. And I said it just like that. And they're like, and they're like, you just went 19 and 6. That's where you want to end it?
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't want to, but I have to go to work. And then Caden, like, he was just like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, I gotta go. Bye. And that was me for like 2 days or 2 or 3 days, at least on Xbox. Well, I the next day, because that was on a Wednesday. No, yeah, that was Wednesday. No, yeah, that was Wednesday night. On Thursday, I went into work and I'm really like, I'm just exposing myself here. Like I don't know why. I just got out of my car and I was walking to work. I immediately felt like shaky. Like for some reason, like my heart was beating really fast, and nothing has happened at this point to have caused this. Just to preference that, like, not that the job was bad, but for some reason the atmosphere was really freaking me out. And then it's like a 10-hour workday, and then I got there and I went to lunch. I got there at 9. I went to lunch at around like 1:30. That's right, or 1:45.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I got in my car, I'm just gripping my steering wheel. And as I'm driving away, like I'm headed to my house, and I just break down crying. Like I freaked out. I was having a full on like panic attack, and I don't know what triggered it. I could tell it was building all day, and I knew I wasn't going to make it to the end of work. And I just freaked out. I had to end up calling our friend Brian and just having to have him talk me down because I could not wrap my head around anything. And that really helped. And then I met with him later that day, but knowing that I was going to meet with him kind of helped me get through the rest of the day.
He's a counselor as well.
Yeah. And that really helped. And I know Brian watches this podcast sometimes, so thank you, Brian. Really big help.
Shout out to Brian for helping mental health.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Helping me when I never thought I could. But yeah, and then a couple days later on, let's see, that was Thursday. On Saturday night, same exact thing. Panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what caused it. Just freaked out again. Same thing. I had to call. I remember I was talking to my parents about work. I wasn't even at work this time. This was afterwards, and I had called them and was talking about it. And for some reason, I realized my heart was racing and I couldn't breathe. And I was like, oh God, I'm having another panic attack. Why am I doing this? I'm literally just talking about work. Mm-hmm. Like that's when I realized, okay, that's a big problem. So I called Brian again, same kind of deal. And then I realized, okay, I need to quit this job. I need to do something else. And then I pretty much spent the rest. No, that happened on Friday. Yeah. So I spent. No. It was Saturday, I guess. Yes. So then Sunday happened. I was off work. I went to work on Monday, but at this point I had already decided, okay, I'm going to start looking for other work opportunities. So for those who don't know, I used to be a teacher assistant. That's what I used to do. It's what I used to love. I'm really good with kids, and that's just how I was. And I want to go back to work in the school system, but I don't have a degree yet. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go back to substitute teaching. It's what I used to do before that. And I was really good at it.
You really liked it.
I really loved it. Now, I didn't like how inconsistent it was, like, because you're constantly at different schools doing different things with different kids, and I'm prefer a bit more consistency. That's why I didn't go back to doing it initially, even though that's what my parents said I should have done, and I don't know why I didn't listen to them. But I decided, okay, I'm going to go back to doing that. And I also applied for other teacher assistant positions. I actually got 2 interviews. I had one this last Friday. Yes. And then there was supposed to be one this morning, but that one, something happened and it got moved to Wednesday. But yeah, I ended up basically resigning on Wednesday, the previous Wednesday. And I have not felt any stress since then, fortunately. So yeah, no more panic attacks for me.
It's good.
Yeah, but I basically, like, along with, talking to Brian and all that, I really spent the majority of time playing Halo. Like, we have played nonstop Halo all week.
We've played a whole lot of Halo. The timing of it just lined up just because, like, I finished up my work and I've been getting a really big head start on my development efforts. So it's like, just take a break, spend some time playing Halo. I didn't anticipate it would be like 10 hours.
A day for a week.
But
like 70 hours.
It was good.
Halo in a week.
It was a healthy break to have. And not so healthy. We're just like constantly degrading everybody we play with. But that's kind of my brand.
And like, Kaden is like, okay, so I call our typical group nowadays you, me, Cam, and Jupe. I think
Yeah.
that's fair. So, Caden, me, and Cam have been, or Caden and Camden have played the longest. They've been playing since they were kids. I got in
Mhm.
on when Halo 4 first launched. I got in on that, and that's where I started playing. Like, I had known about Halo, but I never had an Xbox before then.
Right.
And I've been playing for now. Halo 4, you could not find a worse player than me some days.
This
And by
kid
some,
was
I mean most.
so bad at Halo 4.
I could not use a precision weapon. As in, I couldn't shoot anything that wasn't automatic.
But the thing is, you couldn't really shoot assault rifles either.
No, I could not. Not how I can today. How much progress have I made between now and then?
It's astronomical.
Like had you seen me at the end of my Halo 4 days and I had told you, like a future me had come and told you that I have beaten multiple champ level players in Halo 5, what would you have thought?
Well, it's weird, right? Because like all of us that have been playing since the Halo 4 days have hit that sort of arc, but it's not nearly as significant because going from like pretty good to really good over the course of several years isn't the same as going from absolute dumpster fire garbage to, I would say, pretty good. You're up there. You're still like a mid diamond ish, but
no, I'd say at least high diamond. I'd say at least high, maybe not onyx, but definitely at least high diamond. Because most low diamonds cannot beat champs, and I've beaten plenty of champs on my own.
The thing is, I could have like a whole podcast just dedicated to Halo tips, but one thing I do know about the game and I use to my advantage is it's very momentum driven and very emotionally driven. So when you get angry, like you were saying earlier, you just play worse because you're like emotional and you're just like, I will kill them all.
And it's like if I start dying a lot, I try to, even if I know I shouldn't, I try overcorrecting and try to get more kills or try to hide. But then they just keep snuffing me out, or I spawn in a really stupid place. But then if I'm in like a hyped up mood, like I see Jupe, Jupe and me were playing the other day, and all my friends were sitting on the couch. They have never met Jupe. They have no idea who it is. They've just, one of my friends who has been over at my house and will sit on my couch while I'm playing Xbox. They know that for some reason I do this. Every time Jupe gets online, I just yell, Jupe! Jupe! Jupe, I don't know. That. Jupe is just a hype man. Jupe's such a good hype man.
Yeah, Jupe's a really good guy.
He's just fun to play with.
I think that's because you're used to teammates that just literally tell you how trash you are all the time, and like Jupe doesn't do that. So
I got told to leave again from another game. It was it wasn't even like a Slayer game. It was just snipers, and I wasn't even doing that bad. I was like, what? I was like, dude, I could kick your butt in any day in anything. Have you seen my snapshot game?
He's just like, leave. You're endangering the team.
Dude. And then it's like, I didn't even go over death limit. But then there's those kids, and for death limit, for clarification, is 12 deaths for our non-Halo, for a lot of our non-Halo viewers. But then we have kids who, in like a normal Slayer game, you go to 50 kills or 50 deaths. And we had a teammate, Pellin. Freaking Pellin.
Oh, God.
Died 22 times. That's almost half of the deaths.
How do you
for 4 people?
Yeah, how do you single-handedly take on half the entire deaths? What are you doing? How do you even do that?
We would have smoked that team.
Oh yeah, we almost did anyway.
Yeah, like what was it, like 5, like a differentiant of 5 or something? And I was banking so hard.
Doesn't matter.
And then the next time we played,
said, dun, dun, dun,
and what's funny
dun,
is like I had to start banking late in the game. But then the next time we played Pellin, I was like, no, I'm just forget killing. I'm just banking the whole game. So banking means you're basically not going to die. It doesn't mean you'll get a lot of kills, but it means you'll basically take an effort to not die to save some lives.
I think I made up the banking thing. I don't think I've seen anybody else use that.
I know. That's why I'm explaining what it is.
Okay. It's not a well-known thing. I just made that up.
Yeah, I know. We just refer to it as that. But basically, I had to start banking as soon as the game started. And that's what saved us, because that game was like a difference of like 3 or 5. And I had only died like 6 times.
Bro, Pellin goes into the like
And
players I never
ranked,
want to see on
and
my screen
the worst
ever
part
again.
is he was ranked higher than me. That was the worst. I remember I saw with the 22 deaths, and he was a diamond 5, and I was like a diamond 3, and I remember I was freaking out, just raging into the mic.
Yeah.
I could not think of something that offended me more, knowing that that kid somehow has a higher rank than me.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna say about that, Caden?
Draw 4.
I might die a lot, but I've never died 22 times.
Uno reverse. Draw 4. Wild. Change color green. I don't know. We're not doing this.
So, Cade, why do you think you love Halo so much?
Halo just kind of locked itself in my life as like one of the integral foundations to like my career path and my biggest boost of serotonin that could even exist. And it got me into gaming, and I grew up on Halo, and I'm already a competitive spirit, but like having that outlet of where I'm legitimately better than a lot of people and I can prove it, like that's for me, that's just a big reason of why I like Halo so much.
Yeah. For me, I had always played it over at your guys' house when we were kids. We would always go over and play, I think it was Halo 3.
It was Halo 3, yeah, custom games.
Yeah. Freaking I will never forget. What's the map? Valhalla was it called at the time? I can't remember what it's referred to in Halo 3.
You're talking about the Banshee thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You want to
Valhalla.
tell that? You want to tell that story? You want me to tell that story?
Go ahead.
So we were playing it. I was correct. Valhalla in Halo 3, right? Okay, yeah.
Valhalla.
So we're playing on Valhalla, one of the classic maps. Everybody knows it who's played Halo. And it was great. Well, on that map, there's snipers, rockets, and banshees, and I think a ghost and stuff like that. But
yeah,
what's
it's got some
important here?
vehicles.
What's important here is the rocket and the banshee. Well, the banshee, again, for non-Halo players, is basically a flying vehicle, and I don't have to explain what a rocket launcher is. Well, I was in the middle of the map. Camden is flying overhead. There are two things that actually happen in that same game. Well, the first one is Camden has never swore a day in his life. I don't think I'll ever hear him swear a day in his life. Well, I don't remember the context of it, but he basically said, "Come face me, you banshee," and me and Caden were like waiting, and we're like, what? What was it?
What did he say?
It was just so, and like even like that was even expected less now than then. Like we were just sitting there like mind blown that we thought he was gonna say something else. Like he straight up tricked us so bad.
It's funny.
We still like reference that now and again, but funny enough, in that same game, the rocket launcher, I'm sitting in the middle of the map. I got a rocket launcher. Camden is flying, or no, I was flying. Yeah, I was flying overhead. Camden shoots the rocket up at me. It blows me up. He just starts laughing, and the broken pieces of the banshee fall on him. It gives me the kill for it.
Splatter.
And it gives me the kill. And he just started raging at me, like, because that made no sense.
Gotta love sandbox games.
Oh, you know what map I really miss? The what's it called? Is it Sand Trap? It's the one where the sandbox map where there's like 3 levels to the map.
Oh, that's Sandbox. Sand Trap had like the
I like Sand. Oh yeah, I like that map too. But yeah, Sandbox, man, I miss those days. We would build so many different maps and have so many different battles. I miss a lot of our old custom games days. I was like going back and rewatching, like, so I saw a TikTok where a guy was playing Halo and he was playing like Jenga Tower and like all those types of things, and I was like, man, I miss those days. Now we're so like sweaty and competitive.
There will be more of that. What I really want to see is like at some point in the future, because obviously Halo Infinite comes out this year, right?
Yeah, well, we hope.
So Halo Infinite comes out. What I'm thinking is we get a whole bunch of people together, do more of those like wacky custom games, Jenga Tower, Fly Swatter, like any of those things. Play with viewers, that would be cool. I would love to play with viewers.
Hopefully we can get this channel up enough by the time it releases to where we can get some people to join us for stuff like that. And we got
Yeah.
our gaming stuff we're working on. We were gonna do a series called Kaden, you can take it. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh. So we were gonna use this tabletop simulator. So of course, being the creative genius behind GNAG, no, I'm just kidding. Being one of the creative minds, I decided the best name ever to, one, get intrigue, and two, to give like kind of an underhanded jab at other people.
It's a Ralph Boner type joke.
It is, yeah. I was saying, okay, our tabletop game series is going to be called Sloppy Toppy.
Camden was not
like,
for that.
We're not doing that. Cut it.
He's like, I can't be seen in something in the future that's called Sloppy Toppy. And I was like, how about this, Cam? We'll change it to Sloppy Table Toppy.
But here's the thing, before I get hate in the comments, one, I was only sort of joking, kind of a joke.
Yeah, he was joking. I was the one who totally wanted to go with that idea. I was for that idea.
But two, we're not doing that because that tabletop simulator sucks.
It's not that it sucks. It's just we didn't really give it enough time to really like look into it.
I didn't give it a chance at all, bro. I literally started flipping the table after like 5 minutes.
You didn't even last that long.
I didn't give it.
You were saying it sucked right out the gate.
I literally was like, while you were explaining it to me, I was like getting a refund on Steam.
Did you ever get your refund?
I did get my refund.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we should start with more party type games and then go into more
it'll be nice when Fall Guys comes out because who doesn't like Fall Guys?
Right? Bro.
And then we've also got Gang Beast.
Mm-hmm.
We should that should be a series on its own, GNAG Beast.
I like that. Yeah, GNAG Beast.
That'll be what we call that. But yeah, we need to start doing that. Like, I don't know why we haven't started filming that yet.
Because I've been MIA for several weeks now.
Well, it's not that. We've just been spending the whole time playing Halo. And I do want to make Halo. I do want to make some Halo content, but I don't know how I want to do it. Like, should we make like a compilation of like our best games from my point of view? Like, that's the problem, is if you had an Elgato or something like that and could record your own gameplay, we could both do that and just we can edit like our best clip. Yeah, just flip between both points of view. And I think that'd be awesome if we did something like that.
Yeah, I'm down.
If you invest in one, let me know, and then we can work on that. Because I think
I'll look into that for sure once I get my studio.
Because I guarantee your point of view is going to be a lot more like entertaining than mine. If you guys don't follow Caden's TikTok, he posts a lot of his best or weirdest clips on
just
there.
Like, yeah, competitive, like really cool clips, and then also just like the memeable, ridiculous type clips.
I want to remember those clips I sent you last night.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to post the second one. The one where I just could not, like, you just would not get me. You couldn't even watch it. You were so mad.
Also, we're pretty self-aware at the fact that like Halo, especially Halo 5, which is what we play all the time, is very much a dead game.
We also realize that a lot of people have turned off of this episode already because
we're talking about Halo. Yeah, exactly. But there's a niche, and there's so many.
I want to get some Halo fans in here. Like, we should just post on the Halo subreddit. Hey, I just found these guys, like just under a random name because it's Reddit. Just hey, I found these guys' podcast. They're talking all about Halo. Let's go follow them.
Shameless.
Absolutely,
Shameless.
Absolutely, and I don't have a problem with it. I think we're entertaining enough to get some followers. I was at one point. I was a YouTuber, and I was racking up subscribers in no time.
Yeah, but to be fair, you had that like a little bit younger Minecraft audience.
Dude, my TikTok still has that, and I don't care.
It's your Ben 10 talk, bro.
Stupid Ben 10 talk.
It's your Ben 10 talk. Hey, you always wanted to be famous. There you go. You have Ben 10
Not
talk.
off that.
Too bad. You don't get to choose.
Speaking of TikTok, there is a video that I want to play. I'll go ahead and play it right here.
Look at you getting triggered before you even play the video.
Shush. Okay, here's the video.
Hey, Toby and Andrew are not in this movie. I'd love to work with them one day, but they won't be in this next movie. We have given no indication that Toby and Andrew are going to be in this movie. Yes, we did bring back J.K. Simmons, and we are planning on bringing back Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina as Electro and Doc Ock, but those are more just updated versions of the characters they already play. Fans love them so much, and we can't imagine anyone else playing those roles, so we thought we'd give them a second chance. Neither of us have ever given any indication that we will be in Spider-Man 3. I have not acted since 2014. I have only done producing and directing stuff, and have shown no indication that I would like to get back in front of the screen anytime. Also, here's me with my daughter in Beverly Hills while Spider-Man 3 is filming in Georgia. I'm not on set. Spider-Man 3 is a Spider-Verse movie. Tobey and Andrew confirmed!
So I have some that kind of leads us into our second topic.
I just want you guys to know he literally spammed this girl's comments with
No,
like,
I didn't. I left
You did.
one comment, or technically I left two because it had
and a
like
billion
it was too short.
replies.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of replies. Okay, so basically, like she says, like Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland aren't in the movies and all that because that's what the actor and the studio said. I also want to remind people that Tom Holland said Jake Gyllenhaal was not in Spider-Man Far From Home and not playing Mysterio, and we all know that was a lie.
Mhm.
Marvel Studios came out and said, no, Avengers Endgame is not the name of the fourth Avengers film. Guess what? They lied. It's what they do. The only person in Marvel who does not lie is Kevin Feige. He just redirects the question. Like, he won't answer the question. He just starts talking about something else. He's the only person who doesn't lie about things. And I have my sources, and I even posted a TikTok. Go follow my TikTok. I posted 2 videos about this, and I included sources in the second one from the Hollywood Reporter. Like, they're like, because people in the comments were like, Doctor Strange isn't even in that movie. There's nothing connecting it to the multiverse, and stuff like that. Like Toby and Andrew aren't in it. And I'm like, all right, well, let's check the Hollywood Reporter. Oh, right here we have Doctor Strange is confirmed to be in Spider-Man or what is it? What is the new name? No Way Home? Yeah. Confirmed to be in No Way Home, and that was back in December of last year. On December 10th, I believe it was. And the thing is, Hollywood Reporter is one of the big 3. You've got Deadline, you've got Variety, and the Hollywood Reporter. If it is posted by one of those 3 trades, it is a reputable source. They fact check the crap out of these things. They do not publish something unless it is legit. Unless they are 100% like, I don't think I've ever seen any of the 3 mess up on anything. And again, that's because that's their thing. Like, they are known to be reputable. The Hollywood Reporter is the least of the 3. Like, Deadline is your number 1, then Variety, then Hollywood Reporter. But again, they're the 3 big ones. You listen to what they say because they're always right. And then after that, Kevin Feige in the investors call basically said, yeah, this movie directly connects to the events of WandaVision and the Multiverse of Madness. Basically saying, and then he like later said, yes, it's a multiverse film and all that. But people are like, I can't find where he never said it was a multiverse film. And I'm like, he said it. And then he also says the events of all those movies all mix and mingle. The whole multiverse thing, it all mixes and mingle. And people are like, well, even if it is having to do something with the multiverse, it doesn't mean that they're in it. They're just, Alfred Molina and...
Is that your TikTok comments?
Yes.
Comments
They're like, Jamie Foxx are just playing like the regular versions or like new versions of themselves, but people just like those actors. I'm like, first of all, I know a lot of people who did not like Jamie Foxx as Electro. Why would they bring back him if they didn't like him? I mean, I know Kevin Feige loved him, but still. And then I'm like, oh, well, then what is this, these set photos of Tobey Maguire on the set of Spider-Man 3 in costume fitting? Don't know, because this TikTok girl...
Maybe they're trying to throw you off with those photos as well. Maybe they're lying about those.
Like, do people not realize actors don't... Like, and my friend Austin, you know Austin.
Yeah, I know Austin.
So he at one point was asking me, like, hey, do you know anything about this? And I was like, yeah, this, and this. Because some people know, you don't like it, but I love behind the scenes knowledge. I love these kinds of behind the scenes details, like set photos and everything. And you don't like it because you think it would spoil it for me. And
it does extremely.
And to some degree it does, but I love knowing that kind of stuff. I am very thorough in like everything. I think one of the only predictions that I made that I got wrong was that spoilers for the end of WandaVision. Skip ahead like 2 minutes if you don't want to hear this. But I thought Doctor Strange was going to appear because of a rumor. Now, I what I found out is that is actually going to be a scene in the Multiverse of Madness. But here's the thing: in Marvel, they shoot things that you think is for one thing, but apparently it's for another. Like Gwyneth Paltrow didn't even know she was in Spider-Man: Homecoming because she thought she was filming for an Avengers film. It's just how they do things.
Yeah.
And we also found out that they wanted Doctor Strange to be in WandaVision, but
He was
they
stuck
couldn't.
in New Zealand.
Yeah, because of, COVID restrictions and everything. And like if he went there, he's got to wait like 2 weeks, and they've got to get this series out. So, but he was originally going to be in there. So I wasn't necessarily wrong. I just assumed that he actually had made it there to film. So that was like the only thing I've actually gotten wrong. Everything else that I've said has been fact checked like a million times. I double down on a lot of these things, and I check my sources because I have a huge love of journalism. I always have. I just love that kind of stuff, and I love the trade, and it's also how I know like what headlines are fake and which ones are real, and I also know again my reputable sources and everything. So I'm always checking that. But this TikTok, I don't know why I got so. It was like the first TikTok I saw when I woke up this morning, and I got so triggered. Kaden, how easily would you say I get triggered?
Literally, I don't know. I could just look at you the wrong way, you would get triggered.
I don't know about that. But...
About movies and stuff, it's your chances are a lot higher just because you're very opinionated on things like that. Understandably so. It's like what you enjoy. It's one of your hobbies.
Yeah.
But I understand like ignorance is different, a little bit different for you. Because if you're just like, you just literally don't know what I know, it is going to trigger you. So
it's like the people who just like say they've done their fact checking, they haven't. I'm like, it's one thing. Like now with Austin, I didn't get mad at Austin because he assumed that Tom was being honest and everything, but it's because he genuinely doesn't know.
Yeah.
And I get that, but then like and it's not so much at her, but the people in her comments really like they're just like they don't check anything. I had one person message me on TikTok and said like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I actually I googled it after I watched your video and found it about the Doctor Strange being in the movie thing," and I was like, I didn't comment back or anything, but I was like thinking to myself, "See, that just Google a little bit. That's all it takes."
My thing is, yes or no. Marvel is literally known for misdirects, whether it be like intentional advertising, interviews, whatever. They misdirect constantly. Literally half of the actual show of WandaVision was misdirects. So like,
preach.
I don't even know if I can say like, oh, I'm excited for this, or oh, this will happen, even with behind the scenes stuff, because there will be things where they dress up their actors and they pretend like they're shooting scenes just to throw off like the people that are stalking, getting photos and stuff. So.
Okay, now I just got a message on here. I just got a notification for this like a second ago. This comment says, never seen the Andrew Garfield ones, but didn't Doc Ock die? And I actually thought about that. And then I remember in an interview that Zendaya literally said she was working with Alfred Molina. And I was like, oh, well, you can't get more of a confirmation than the actor saying she's working with that actor. And apparently he was also seen on set in a giant action set piece that took them way longer to film than most things would.
I'm sure.
Yeah, like,
if it ends up being true, like it's great that you can predict a lot of that stuff, but I personally don't buy into it very much.
And like the thing is I had even mentioned in one of my videos that like the two that I made, that it is not confirmed that they are in the film. And I said that at the end, like I said, it's highly likely. I'm not going to confirm anything because until it's straight up confirmed, I'm not going to say that anything but like, it's like a 90% chance, maybe even 95, like not 100%. Nothing is, but more than likely. And I fully believe that it will be.
In a little bit of a pivot, though, at least we are getting Falcon and Winter Soldier this week.
Thank God. I've been waiting so long for this. I love the Captain America movies. They're my favorites in the MCU.
I think
they are for most.
I think I would agree. They're some of the best.
I would
ones.
say that they're the best trilogy because it's definitely not Thor. And Iron Man's got too weak of a middle ground. And then
Iron Man.
I like Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is okay. I like how it kind of introduces more of the MCU stuff, but
I'd still watch Iron Man 2 over Captain Marvel or Incredible Hulk any day.
Crafter, you can't say that. Captain Marvel's empowering.
That's a misogynistic. I don't care of anything like that. I love Scarlet Witch. She's one of my favorite.
You just don't like female superheroes.
And then there's Scarlet Witch, and I'm like, I've loved Scarlet Witch for so long before anybody knew who she was.
We know.
It's been one of my she's one of my favorite X-Men characters. And funny enough, my favorite is X-23, who is a female. Yep. I love that character, especially in Logan. I love her portrayal in Logan. I really want them to bring back her.
You should know by now, you can't have legitimate criticisms towards female characters. That's not a thing that you can do.
Of course not.
It'll get you canceled.
Pretty much. You're either a racist or a misogynistic.
Even though Black Widow is a great character, and I'm looking forward to her movie, and I think it'll be good.
And then Miss Marvel's coming out. I love Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
She-Hulk, I'm kind of indifferent about. We'll see.
I think it'll be interesting. Jessica Jones was cool, and I really hope the rumors of her returning are true.
Even Monica Rambeau is
I loved her. She's great. I want to see her show up in Secret. I think she'll be in Secret Invasion. That's what I felt like they were teasing that more than they were teasing Captain Marvel too. Yeah.
Anyway, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm excited about it. We'll probably do lots of episodes about that going forward.
Yeah, we'll probably do one. Speaking of which, what are you doing on Friday?
I think we can watch it.
I think we can probably do a
watch.
Yeah. Now, it's not Marvel. It's a little bit of a pivot, but the Snyder Cut's on Thursday.
I don't have HBO. If I do leech off yours,
you will.
Do they have like a group watch for that? Or no?
I'm gonna check. But
because I still haven't seen the second Wonder Woman either, so I would just watch it.
Don't watch it. It's awful.
I have to watch it. I loved the first one.
Dude, it's so much worse. It's so much. Also, so interesting thing about all that. Apparently the Snyder Cut from early the critics who have already seen it and early reviews, it is doing amazing. Like its first five reviews from like the most reputable of critics gave it an 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. And I know a lot of people don't trust Rotten Tomato scores, but I also don't think a lot of people understand because some people, and I kid you not, think Rotten Tomatoes is one person. What it actually is all the critic scores combined. It's like you take it basically works an algorithm. It's like, okay, this is the general consensus based off like, oh, there's an 100, oh, there's a 1. It's got to, it finds the average. It finds like the middle ground of all of them. And there are a lot of critics. And then it also, you can check next to it the fan scores where it works the exact same way. And I took a screenshot earlier. I don't know what it is now, but I went on there and as of, what time did I take the screenshot? At 3:30 today, it was sitting at a 74%, which is still certified fresh, which is really good considering the original or the theatrical version is like a 40 at best. But yeah, it's 4 hours.
I'm cautiously optimistic about it, but I do want to watch it. So,
dude, it's completely a different movie. Like
sort of. We'll see.
I mean, how do you go from a 2-hour film to a 4-hour film with and they had to do I think the reshoots they did 7 minutes worth of Also, apparently people are the critics and Warner Brothers are now loving Jared Leto's new performance of the Joker because it's Zack Snyder's Joker. It's not David Ayer's Joker that people didn't like. It's Zack Snyder's Joker. That's why people were asking why doesn't he have all the face tattoos that he had before? Because or the gold caps on his teeth. It's because he's playing what Zack Snyder envisioned for the character. It's actually an interesting story as to why they decided. I'm Googling it. I can't find it on the app.
Gosh dang it. How did I know this was going to turn into a DC rant? I've been bamboozled. I've been straight crafted into this. This is absolutely on brand, by the way. This happens all the time. Did I want to talk about DC? Not really. Are we talking about it on air? Yep.
HBO. Well, this is just HBO. I don't know.
Not only that, are we Googling information about the
HBO
Max subscribers? There
HBO
are.
subscribers can create their own private theaters on Windows, Mac, or Chromebook by downloading Scener's free extension for the Chrome, yada, yada, yada. So it doesn't have like an exact thing, but still. But I'm sure we'll talk about it. Like, we'll both watch it before we record the next episode since it comes out on Thursday. So I'm
Yeah.
so freaking hyped, dude. Like, one of the things I'm really excited about is all the Flash footage that they're putting back in.
On
Like,
brand.
the thing is I was very skeptical about Ezra Miller's Flash and like especially like the blue lightning and everything. And now I look back and I love what they've like Zack Snyder did with him. I love like how he runs and how everything is more like slow motion and how not the lightning is just on him, but it kind of crackles and hits everything. I love that. I love Zack Snyder's cinematography, and also it's kind of like you were saying Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah, the reason so the interesting thing, and I don't think a lot of, and here goes the misogyny thing again. That
Okay.
was
We've already been canceled. You can't get canceled twice.
so the thing is yes, Patty
It says
Jenkins directed both films, but the reason that they're so different is because with the first Wonder Woman film, she had to kind of stick with what Zack Snyder gave her. Like, he had to stick with the Wonder Woman theme song. He had to stick, or she had to stick with that tone of movie. Like, he still had a big help in making that movie. And they were still under like the Warner Brothers mandates to keep it all kind of connected. Well, with Wonder Woman 1984, Patty Jenkins had full reigns. Like, there was a little bit of backlash over some things, but ultimately she still got to make the movie she wanted. However, that movie sucked. And it's now what's really interesting though, and I'm not dissing on Patty Jenkins per se. I'm just saying what Zack Snyder was doing with the character was just better. Like, you basically, like, because if you look at the math, you take the two movies. The only real difference is that all of Zack Snyder's influence got taken away, and Patty Jenkins had full reigns. And one movie is significantly better than the other. And that's not just me saying that. That's the critics saying it. That is hardcore Wonder Woman fans that I know. Like, everybody, I have yet to meet anybody who actually really loves Wonder Woman 1984. Now, I know some people who don't really like the first Wonder Woman film, but all of them who have seen both agree that the first is so much better than the second. I've had some friends who have just skipped Wonder Woman 1984 because of what people have been saying about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta see for myself.
You can borrow my account, but I did not like it at all.
Hey, if that's true though, at least we'll be agreed on something for once.
For once.
If that's true, at least we'll be agreed.
But apparently, like, the Snyder Cut's supposed to end on a massive cliffhanger. And since I kind of already know the plot of the movies, like, they told us that like years ago when they never thought this was going to happen, I kind of know where, I have a feeling I know which ending he's going to go with. I'm not going to say what it is, but I have a feeling I know how it's going to end. And here's the thing is they've actually, like, there are rumors that Warner Brothers, like, I say rumors, and by rumors, I mean it's coming from a friend of Zack Snyder, like this, from the word of mouth from a friend of Zack Snyder. They were watching the Snyder Cut together, and she said, like, yeah, I love it and everything. And she had said how Warner Brothers is actually considering letting him be the director of Wonder Woman 3. Like, kicking out Patty Jenkins so she can do her Star Wars movie, and he will direct that, because they also saw that math of, okay, people liked what Zack Snyder was doing with the character, and we took him away, and people hated the sequel. Let's just give it back to him. And I'd be like, again, I respect Patty Jenkins, but I love Zack. Now, Zack Snyder is very, like, some people either love his work or they hate his work. He's very 50-50. You either like his work or you don't. I very much do. I love his cinematography. I love his soundtracks and everything. I really like what he does with films. But that's just me. I don't know how you feel about him, but personally, I love what he does. And I'm stupid excited.
I haven't seen very many of his stuff outside of DC, but I mostly just averagely enjoy his DC type movies.
Did you see
Dawn of Justice was okay. I did see Justice League.
Okay.
I saw it in theaters. And it's pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good at the time. I thought it was okay. And same for Dawn of Justice. I didn't have very many hard criticisms. I thought it was pretty good at the time. But
what I actually recommend, I have seen, so there's the original version, and then which is like 2.5 hours, and then there's the Ultimate Edition, which is 30 minutes longer. Yeah, that 30 minutes should not have been cut. When I tell you that it gives so much more context to the whole movie and like fills in a lot of plot holes.
I haven't seen that either. I need to watch that.
It's on HBO Max. I think that's like the default version now because they realized, yeah, that basically painted a totally different story and actually made the movie make more sense. Like it's not just
They still fight over Martha though.
that could be a whole nother discussion.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, when I let you use the account or whatever, yeah, I would rewatch Dawn of Justice, but again, they have the Ultimate Edition on there. That one's the one that I don't know if they have both. I just know that the Ultimate Edition is on there.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it piracy to do that? To use someone else's account? For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah, for legal reasons. I mean, Netflix.
Joke.
I mean, if my password just happens to be laying out while we're doing a video chat and you have it, that's not me giving it to you. And Netflix is cracking down on that, but
I'm
HBO.
concerned at how many like legal situations.
Let's be real. Nobody's watching this video.
Yes, but in the future they'll come back. They'll be like, it's like when you run for president and they dig up like all of the past that you've ever said online.
Or when you're James Gunn and they literally pull up tweets from like 10 years ago.
Literally. James Gunn. Yes, exactly. That's moving on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But ultimately, like, I'm very excited for all that and everything.
Me too.
So
things are looking up, opening up. Things are good. New content, finally new content.
Oh, look, this person just commented.
Crafter, stop
LOL.
looking.
No, there isn't.
Crafter, just stop.
Dude, I will send you the photo of. He's like saying it to the Tobey Maguire on set. Dude, I have those set photos. I will send them to you.
So
on to
TikTok of the week.
TikTok of the week. We'll start with yours.
Do you guys know that your body will literally tell you what it needs? All you have to do is listen to it.
Go fuck some bitches, nigga. Damn. I'm trying.
So, why'd you pick that one, Kaden?
I just love the emotional impact.
I mean, it's not that it's not relatable.
I'm trying. Facts.
Straight facts. Here's mine.
Such an impressive young lady.
Let's see how high she flies right here.
I'm on a sugar crush, I ain't gonna fucking cash, maybe
I feel so bad for laughing, but
Right.
she just got yeeted. Like
I love the sugar crash trend, bro. I swear.
Such a good trend. She's literally just lying there minding her own business. Boom. I want to see the like some of these I really want to see the aftermath of, and that one especially. I want to know just like because I'm thinking she's sitting here like this, and suddenly, like she just gets flipped over, like or like a broken jar or something. Like you don't get out of that one unscathed.
No, definitely not. Probably some teeth rolling around somewhere.
I love the Sugar Crush trend so much.
I think I used that in one of my Halo clips.
I think I did, or I used something like that on one of my videos, or I think I was going to, and I don't think I did. I think you were. I don't know if you did. I know you've done like a lot of the other trends. You guys really should follow, like, especially if you find like interesting game clips. Go follow Caden's TikTok.
They're all Halo.
I literally,
That's
what's
my
funny
niche.
is I literally told him to start posting that like ages ago, and then he finally started doing it.
I like it. It doesn't actually take a whole lot of effort. TikTok's actually pretty
No.
user friendly, which is nice.
Yeah.
So.
For some reason, my content doesn't do anything, especially my Halo
Ben
stuff.
10. Ben 10 does.
Screw Ben 10.
Ben 10 does. Everybody, please go subscribe. Follow Crafter if you want the latest Ben 10 info.
Like anytime I post Minecraft stuff does pretty well. But like I've got 2 Halo clips where I literally stuck a guy with a frag grenade like 2 different times in the same hour, and both of those like capped out at my like 250 views, which is about average. And then I got that clip of like where you remember that day we were playing a Halo 5 custom and I was literally lagging so bad. It was what is what is that game called? It's the one where we're in the ghost and the warthogs are chasing them. What is that called?
Hot Pursuit.
Yes, Hot Pursuit. And remember, I was just lagging everywhere.
Lagged off the map or something.
You don't remember?
Your Hot Pursuit clips.
I'm gonna send it.
No.
Oh, dude, I'm sending it to you right now because it was the worst lag I have ever seen in any game ever.
I mean, prior to moving out, your internet was kind of just like two rocks.
Dude, no,
taped together, bro.
no. This was like a rock that had been broke, like a single rock that had been broken down into pebbles. Worst thing I've ever experienced in a game. So yeah, guys, to kind of recap, Halo content. If you guys want to see that in other games, let us know which ones you want to see. We're working on our party game stuff, and as new games like Fall Guys come to Xbox,
You'll get to see the competitive nature really shine then.
Oh yeah, tell Kaden to get a
Will not lose.
Put in the comments. Tell Kaden to get an Elgato so we can make some Halo content and some other gaming content.
Lose.
You need to get yourself an Elgato though, because then we can do both perspectives of everything.
Yeah.
And
Be
then
my better perspective.
yeah. Wait. Dang it. Also, I am very easily triggered by movies facts that are wrong.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah,
and new content's coming out. DC stuff. We're gonna be covering
Snyder
Cut. Yep. And we'll be covering some Falcon Winter Soldier stuff too.
Oh yeah, like the whole I bet the next episode is literally just gonna be us raving about the both of them. That'll be like the whole podcast. Which I'm okay with.
Or you just crying about how bad Justice League was.
I will literally
we'll see.
I will make a like a basic YouTuber apology crying video if it
cautiously optimistic.
I am fully expecting greatness.
Okay, so Crafter's hype is already way outside.
I was very disappointed with I was super hyped for Justice League and was sorely disappointed. But people kind of said it was going to suck, like critics and all that. This time, the critics and the early fan reviews say otherwise. So I've got my hopes up again. We'll see how they do that, but I'm very excited.
In any case, stay tuned. We'll talk about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, guys, if you like this podcast, share it with your friends.
Subscribe.
We really want to get the podcast out there. We want this channel to grow.
Keep going.
Yeah. And if you're a movie fan, go watch my movie reviews.
And here's the thing, it works both ways. Like if you like us, follow us, subscribe. If you really don't, join our podcast, send us some hate mail. You know how we like to
anything to boost the algorithm.
That's what I'm saying, man. If you think Crafter's brick feet are ridiculous, send us a comment. Do it that way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Share the video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye.
Brick feet.
Brick foot. That one's never going away.
Nope.